everybody, welcome to Ask Young Church, where we answer all of your questions. This week we are answering questions just about, or I'm answering questions.
Yeah.
This is the Ask Young Church Nick, or Ask Nick Young Church, what is it?
It was #Ask Nick G.
Yes, this is the one and only edition of this video. If you don't know, I'm moving to St. Vincent de Paul in Arlington. I'll be the youth minister over there. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, so we're gonna ask them some questions. You guys already submitted them all online, so we took them and we're gonna ask them now. So what's the funniest thing that happened at Young Church? This was from Edmond and Gloria.
So the very first Young Church that we did, we kind of went all out. For some reason we bought mustaches. We had a bunch of, it was like a game show, like theme kind of thing. We blew up a watermelon. Do you remember that?
Yep, I remember putting the rubber bands around it. Yep.
That definitely falls in the category of just that. The other crazy thing, just for my night specifically, is I almost set Juliet Olivetti on fire.
Ooh.
Almost killed her. I don't think I almost killed her, but I was trying to make a point with fire and water and a paper towel, and the paper towel just kind of incinerated before I could make my point. And Juliet was holding it, a high schooler was holding it, and it went up in flames. What is that?
Remember when you set me on fire at Juliet?
Yes, Olivetti? I do remember that, Juliet.
I had to.
It's probably the highlight point of my career here at St. Francis.
As soon as you started saying that, I had to go find it. All right, this one kind of goes along in the same category. It's from Louisa. What's your favorite memory from Young Church? It kind of goes along with that last one, but pick your favorite memory.
Favorite memory of Young Church. Gosh. Man, I really, all that's on my mind right now is just the last Young Church that I had. We took a group picture. A lot of people had a lot of nice things to say, and that was actually when I feel like I really packed a punch in my talk that I gave. It was going to be the last time that I ever spoke to them, and I tried to just take it home. So I don't know. I guess that one.
Okay.
It's not that exciting, I guess.
No, it's a good one. I mean, if your last memory is your favorite one, that's a good thing.
Yeah, true.
All right. What advice do you have for anyone going off to college and or net? That came from Sean Romer.
What advice do I have?
Yeah.
Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. I'm kidding, that's not good advice. Well, maybe it's good advice. I would say if you don't have fellowship, if you don't find a community of brothers or sisters, if you're a girl, then you're not gonna, well, I meant like, no, like a men's group and a women's group. Like if you're a guy, don't seek out a women's group. Anyway, it's impossible to grow in your faith without good community. And so it doesn't matter where you go for college, make sure you have good community. Make sure you surround yourself by good people. You're only as good as the people that you surround yourself with. Go to Mass. Don't not go to Mass. If you don't go to Mass, we'll find you. We'll hunt you down.
It's like Liam Neeson going on.
Yeah.
All right, this one came from Kate Velasco. Is there an aspect of a Young Church that you will bring to your new parish?
Absolutely. Don't be surprised if you see a carbon copy, pretty much.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah.
If it works, don't fix it. All right, this one came from me, actually. What will you miss the most about St. Francis of Assisi as a whole?
You know, Joseph Baringhouse, you know.
What a guy, right?
His overall demeanor, his outlook on life.
His humility.
The boots that he wears.
That's true.
What will I miss about St. Francis of Assisi?
Yep.
Well, I live right down the street, so I'm gonna miss being able to walk to work sometimes. But I couldn't have asked for a better parish to start my professional career in ministry. It has been very awesome with such a great pastor, amazing coworkers, and it's really awesome to be able to work for Jesus when you have a pastor that sometimes will never say no to you. Any idea that you have, anything that you want to do for the sake of the kingdom and having kids be a part of that, Father's just yes, 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 and it's been a blast working here. So.
All right, these next three questions all came from the same person, Allie Hoffman.
Oh gosh.
And she pulled some tearjerker ones.
Alexandria. What?
All right, what's the craziest story that you can say that happened to you and Edmond while you were at Young Church? So what's the craziest story that you can actually say that happened while you were at Young Church?
Well, at Young Church or just here at St. Francis?
At St. Francis, right? Yeah, at St. Francis.
I don't know if I want to tell this story. This is like a perfect story, but I don't know if I want to. Allie, I might just share this one with you, like in private.
Do you have an appropriate one then?
I mean, okay, well, at Young Church, there was like some event. It was like our end of the year, like banquet, our first year here. And we started doing lip sync battles with all the youth. And Edmond just randomly dropped a mic in my lap. And we both sang the Aladdin song.
Yeah, the Disney song.
I will show you the world.
Yeah, and were you the guy or the girl on that one?
I don't remember, actually.
I think
don't know
we
if I
started
was
recording
Jasmine
that
or
one. I'm pretty sure that's on our Instagram.
I hope
you should
not.
go creep and
I hope
find
not.
it.
That's probably the craziest one. But for St. Francis itself, Allie, you're gonna have to call me or something because you would really find this funny. A lot of people would find this funny. I just don't want to say it on camera. Nothing bad happened or anything like that. It's just, man. Now I feel like I should tell the story. Okay.
And so.
Okay, I attempted to tell the story, but it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Nothing. Don't even just
Allie,
cut
call
it
Nick.
all out.
Allie,
Just call me.
Nick. Allie, call Nick.
This
All
is
right.
funny.
All right, here we're going for the
can't
next
say it,
one.
though.
What is the greatest lesson you learned from Edmond? Again, I'm telling you, these tear-jerking hard questions. Thank you to Allie.
The biggest lesson I've learned from Edmond is that catechesis builds on top of each other. Yes.
Plain and simple.
Well, yeah. There's a progression in ministry, and so like for example, there's a reason why for our curriculum or for our program we don't use like the Sunday readings, and that the Sunday readings are great. And they might be good for a group who's already been evangelized and is in discipleship and wants to figure out, or go deeper into the Sunday readings. But for a kid that doesn't know Jesus, doesn't care about Jesus, the readings aren't going to do anything for him. There's ways of making it evangelistic, but then again, catechesis builds on top of each other, and so you want to walk them through a process. And so the biggest thing that Edmond's really taught me is our method of encounter, community, discipleship, and mission. Another thing is that what we're trying to do is not information, not about education or indoctrination. It's about transformation, and that's the heart of catechesis. Like catechesis is just a moment in the process of evangelization. I'm pouring all of this out right now.
No, it's good.
But all of that, it's just kind of like, well, how long do you have? And I can tell you the biggest things that Edmond's taught me.
There you go. All right, last question from Allie. What do you admire most about working with Edmond and Joseph?
What I admire most is what's impressive is actually what we're able to get done in the day with each other. And because I think we all have a really good friendship, brotherhood, and some days it's really hard to get work done because we really enjoy each other's company. That's something I'll really miss too. Yeah.
That's good. All right, this one came from Eric Carl, who's actually in college. What advice would you give to anyone teaching the faith to others as you did?
I would say just be confident, and just rest assured that that you're supposed to live out that Matthew 28 of going out and making disciples. So if you know that you're going to do that, and you are 100%, believing in what the gospel says, then you should walk with confidence. You should preach with confidence. You should tell your story with confidence. Yeah, and there's like one song, I don't remember who sang it, but the lyrics are pretty much, and one of the verses is like, Jesus, like, you did all this for me or for us, and how selfish am I if I don't tell anybody else? And so that might freak some people out, and people might get nervous about it, but you don't need training, to go out and tell other people what Jesus did to you. If you really have a relationship with Jesus Christ and you let him dwell within your heart, it's just going to pour out of you. So there you go.
All right, now it's time for our last question for Nick ever on Asking Church. What was your favorite part about being the middle school youth minister at St. Francis? That came from Isabel Barron.
Isabel? My favorite part of being the middle school youth minister is Camp Hidden Lake. Last year, Isabel was on the blob. Somebody blobbed her, and instead of going up and going like boof, and she'd go ooh, pew, Isabel just shot straight down into the lake. She just went ah, and scorpioned. Her legs like went behind her. That was by far my favorite memory of, or just part of being the middle school youth minister. Isabel.
I remember watching that video.
Was watching your pain.
We watched that like 6 times.
Your heels hit the back of your head, and then you went in the water. I don't know if that's true.
We watched that so many times.
Yeah, it was really funny. We should link the video. I need to see if I have
Yeah,
it.
if you find it, we'll do it.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's a wrap here. Thanks guys for watching. This is our last Ask Young Church video of the season. We'll come back again next year, a little bit towards the end. Keep watching our YouTube channel for more Ask Young Church challenges, which we're going to start doing more over the summer. If you want to be in one, comment below so we can get your name and figure out how we can get you in one of them. And once again, let's say thanks to Nick one more time for just being our youth minister. See you guys.
See ya.
Bye.